Welcome inside the Gallagher Event Center for this Rocky Mountain Athletic Conference volleyball showdown between the visiting Chadron State Eagles and the home team from the University of Colorado at Colorado Springs. Hello, everyone. My name is Jason Carter, and thank you so much for joining me as we've got a big one in terms of the RMAC Conference standings. Both of these teams still fighting for a position in the RMAC tournament. The top 8 teams make it into that tournament. Chadron currently holds that number 8 seed, while UCCS is one step out in 9th. So this is the only head-to-head matchup between these two teams all season. So this could go a long way in determining if one of these teams makes it into the tournament and if one does not. Only matchup, as I mentioned, last year UCCS did pull off a 3-1 victory over the Eagles in Chadron. So the Mountain Lions certainly with history on their side as they look to continue their streak of making the RMAC tournament. Taking a look at the starting lineups, they just announced Chadron State. The Eagles are going to go with Shelby Scouten, Riley Greiman, Chandler Hagman, Tori Strickbine, Araceli Hernandez, and Ashton Burdett will be the libero. She is wearing the black top for the Eagles, and Timmy Keisel. As for UCCS, you see the ladies there, the entire team. They're going to go with Lauren Brown, number 3. That was Grace Nelson, they just announced, a senior number 4. She'll be joined in the starting lineup by number 5, Hannah Ammerman, the tallest player on the team for the Mountain Lions at 6'2". Annabelle Kagan goes by Bell, another senior, will also be in the starting lineup for UCCS. Raylan Edge will be the setter for the Mountain Lions, and Lauren Shockley will be the final regular starter for the Mountain Lions. The libero you see there in the white number 2 jersey is Jordan Kinsey. She will be the final starter in this lineup for the Mountain Lions. UCCS comes into this game with a 9-13 overall record. They are 7-7 in RMAC play, while Chadron State is 13-8 overall. They are 7-6 against fellow Rocky Mountain Athletic Conference opponents. Chadron 4-4 away from their home court, while UCCS is 4-7 here inside the Gallagher Events Center. Both of these teams looking to end 2-game losing streaks. Both teams dropped yesterday's game. Chadron fell in 3 sets to the Colorado School of Mines, while UCCS lost in 4 sets to Metro State Denver. It'll be interesting to see how these two teams go at it. Chadron State, despite their near 500 record in conference play, is actually one of the top defensive teams, not only in the conference, but in the entire country. We'll talk more about that as the game progresses. UCCS, on the other hand, the 5th best hitting percentage in the entire league. So the Mountain Lions certainly rely on their offense, while Chadron State much stronger on the defensive end of things. So we'll see which team's strength eventually comes out and brings everyone up to the top of the mixture. The referees checking out the lineups, making sure everybody is where they're supposed to be. Chadron in the white tops and the black bottoms. They will start with their libero out there as well. UCCS on the left side of your screen currently in the black tops with the gold sleeves. And the Mountain Lions will have the first serve. And it'll come off the hand of number 11, Lauren Shockley. Shockley's serve is picked up by the Eagles, no problem. Then Shockley comes up with the dig. The back set, Ammerman is rejected by that Chadron block. And then that kill finds the corner off the hand of Timmy Keisel. Instant substitution for Chadron State as they bring in number 20, Abby Schaefer, to do the serving. ball over to Mountain Lions, who have to run it down, and then a free ball sent back over to the visitors. In the middle, and Keisel found just enough space between the block and the net to get that one to touch the floor. So Chadron State is taking the first 2 points of this match. The overpass results in another opportunity for the Eagles to the outside, off the hands of the block and to the floor. That is number 6, Riley Greiman. Shockley with a good pass that time outside to Brown. And, oh no, they're going to say that actually hit the floor. Good effort there from Raylan Edge to try and get her hand under that for the pancake, but couldn't quite come up with it. And just like that, we've got an early timeout for UCCS as the Mountain Lions find themselves down in a 4-0 hole here to Chadron State to start things off. And the attack for Chadron State, we mentioned their defense, but the attack so far has been near perfect as they got 4 kills on 6 total attempts for a hitting percentage of .667 as you take a look inside the Eagles huddle there. They are led by first-year head coach Jennifer Stadler, just on the right side of your screen. See her with the dark hair. As the Eagles looking for their first RMAC tournament appearance in a little over 2 decades. So Stadler's certainly come in and turned this Eagle program around in a very short amount of time. As they, as we mentioned, 13-8, they got off to their best start in over 15 years earlier this season. They're UCCS. The Mountain Lions see if they can end this small little 4-0 Chadron run to start this game. Schaefer continues to serve for the Eagles. Hammerman off the hands, and they got to get a net violation on Chadron State's number 25, Timmy Keisel. So that'll result in the first point of the match for the Mountain Lions. And Belle Kagan will go back and serve. Lefty on the outside, went off the block. That was number 5, Shelby Scouten for Chadron State, who gets that kill. As Kinsey checks back in for UCCS, libero in the back row. Her fellow libero, Ashton Burdett, will serve for the Eagles and send that one into the top of the net for the first service error of the match. A couple of substitutions for UCCS. Checking in number 6, Emily Edel, as well as Marin Burkhart. That one clips the top of the net. No problem for the Eagles to pick it up. And the lefty again, number 5, Scouten, with her second straight kill for Chadron. Katie Taney now checking in with the serve. UCCS gets into their offense well. Brown off the block. The Eagles scrambling a little bit. Get it to the outside and hit it just wide off the hand of Greiman. Taylor Smith just checked in for UCCS and will go back and serve. Her serve goes into the top of the net for a service error, the first of the match for the Mountain Lions. Quick set in the middle. Good pickup by Chadron State, but it goes out of bounds, so the Mountain Lions get that point. Lauren Brown with the kill. The attack on 2 is picked up by the Mountain Lions. Back set, roll shot. Good block by UCCS. Going back to the outside again, but the block is big again, that combination between Marin Burkhart and Belle Kagan. So Kinsey back to serve for UCCS as the Mountain Lions have clawed their way back in, down just 2 at 7-5. Little back curl off the hands of the back row defense and out of bounds, so Chadron will pick up that point. As Chandler Hagman will get credit for that kill. That one sent long off the hand of Burkhart. And Chadron has pushed their lead back out to 4 at 9-5. That one never made it over the net, so 4 contacts on UCCS and the point to the Eagles. There's a good offensive attack from UCCS. Lauren Shockley with the kill for UCCS. As Ammerman checks back in for the home team and Edge goes back to serve. Ray Lynn with a good tough serve. The attack on 2, good diving pickup from UCCS. Shockley's shot. They're going to say it went over. I'm not quite sure that it actually went off the block, but either way, the point goes to the Eagles, who now have their biggest lead of the match at 11-6. Edge to Ammerman. Ammerman's is left short as well for contact on UCCS. Quick set in the middle. Good looking offense there from UCCS as Kagan puts it down. Smith checks out. And Nelson back in for UCCS while Shockley with the serve. Oh, and a big block up front. Kagan got her hands on that. And guess who? Kagan is big up front as she comes up with that block combined with Hannah Ammerman. And UCCS, their defense stepping up big the last couple of points as they pull to within 3 at 12-9. Quick attack in the middle as Keisel puts that one down to end the UCCS run. A couple of substitutions for Chadron State. Number 6, Greiman checks in the front row, and Schaefer goes back to serve. That one's hit long. That set probably not quite high enough there for the quick set in the middle, and it's sent long. Short and the ace off the hands of Abby Schaefer, the freshman. Got a little bit of help from the tape as Raylan Edge had her back towards the net looking for the first touch, and the serve from Schaefer landed right behind her. Good first pass outside to Ammerman, but even better defense from the Eagles. Nice pass from Shockley to come up with the dig. Ammerman again, cross court, and the huge angle from Hannah Ammerman results in a point. Keisel gets that one off the back row D and into the fourth row stands for another point. And Keisel is a perfect 4 for 4 in this match offensively. The Mountain Lions are going to have to find some way to stop her if they want to pull back in. Good little curl play there as Lauren Brown ran it perfectly off the feed from Edge. Edel and Burkhart back in for the Mountain Lions. Roll shot, but it found the Bermuda Triangle between all the Mountain Lion players and falls in, and Chadron State is now up by 6. Katie Taney with the serve. To the outside, Brown. Good swing from her into the rafters. Eagles try and chase it down, but it ended up in the bandstand back there. Good swing by Grace Nelson as she is replaced by Smith. Down the line and good placement as Burkhart saw an opening in the block and took advantage. And Chadron State will take a timeout as the Eagles still holding on to a 4-point lead. UCCS, those come up with some big plays as we take a look at some of the stats here through the first 3 quarters or so of this first set. First for UCCS. As a team, the Mountain Lions hitting 190, 8 kills on 21 total attempts and 4 errors to come to that. They've been big on the block as they have 3 total blocks as a team. No aces yet for UCCS. On the other side for Chadron, the visiting Eagles hitting 261, 10 kills on 23 attempts against 4 errors for them. They have 1 team block in this match. Digs relatively even, 7 for Chadron, 8 for UCCS. As the Mountain Lions, we mentioned this game very important to them if they want to hold on to a chance to make the RMAC volleyball tournament, as the top 8 teams make that tournament, and they've done it every year in Chrissy Elder's tenure here at UCCS, so certainly don't want that streak to end. As Hagman gets it off the outside hand of Brown for a point. Carly Noble to serve for Chadron State. And Shockley, good setup. And then Shockley had plenty of time to work her way around and lay down the hammer on that one. Kinsey with the serve. The attack on 2 works out perfectly from the setter. As Griman good quick offense from UCCS as Kagan puts that one down, and for Kagan, that is her 2nd kill of this match. Edge checks in to serve. Second time in a row, tipped into the back corner. Good run down there from Kinsey. That one's, they're going to say that actually touched the block. So the Mountain Lions with another opportunity. His third time a charm. Free ball to Chadron. Joust at the net, pushed over onto the Eagles side. The attack on two from the setter works out nicely. As Strickbine puts it over a touch early to get Chadron State to the 20-point plateau. Shockley, that one hit the antenna and out of bounds, so point for the Eagles. And UCCS will call a timeout as they find themselves down 6 here in set number 1. We mentioned the Eagles' defense in the pregame, and Chadron State has put up some really great defensive numbers, and we've seen some of that here through the first set. They are number 1 in the conference in digs per set, and they are second in the entire NCAA in digs per set at over 20 per. They're also 6th in the conference in blocks per set, and Chandler Hagman, number 7, see her right here at the bottom of your screen, is 12th in the country in blocks per set. First on the team with 106, which is good for second in the RMAC. On the other side, for the Mountain Lions, Grace Nelson, who we've seen put down a couple of balls, number 4, just on the right side of your screen, 7th in the conference in hitting percentage at .326. And so far, she is 1 of 4 with no errors, which is a good sign for UCCS when your outside hitter can get some swings and not record any errors. We'll see if they can cut into this 6-point deficit, however, as Chadron State has the serve. Hammerman with the big swing. So Lauren Shockley now for UCCS. Oh, and that one found no man's land between two Mountain Lion defenders off the hands of the lefty, number 5, Shelby Scout. Good first touch from the Mountain Lions, off the block and out of bounds, and that's Brown. Nelson with the kill. Grace Nelson, who we just spoke about, gets another kill without an error. She continues her nice hitting day. The overpass and the easy put down, that is Lauren Brown. Nice pickup from Edge. Ammerman on the outside, off the back row defense and out of play. And UCCS is now within 3 at 22-19. Good block from Chadron. Tip over into the net. Get a double contact on UCCS. Not quite sure what they saw. I didn't see a double contact. UCCS head coach Chrissy Elder talking to the second official here. You see on the other side Jordan Kinsey talking to the up official, trying to get an explanation of what happened. And now Kinsey explaining it to Elder. See the smile come across Kinsey's face as I don't think it's going to matter what the official said. Double contact on UCCS is the official call as Chadron is 2 points within taking set number one. Ammerman picked up by Burdett. And then the block from the Mountain Lions is big. See if they can take advantage. Back set. Nelson blocked. And the Eagles have a set point. That was Hegman who got her hands on that. Her third block. Burdett again comes up with the dig. The Eagles with a chance to end it, and they do as Shelby Scouten ends set number one for Chadron State. They take it by a score of 25-19 and now have a 1-0 lead. We're going to take a quick break. When we come back, we'll have the start of set number two as the Mountain Lions will look to climb back into it. Don't go anywhere. Welcoming back inside the Gallagher Event Center where UCCS finds themselves in a 1-0 hole against visiting Chadron State. As we take a look at some of the stats from set number one, first for the visiting Eagles, they were led with 4 kills from Scouten, Strickbine, and Keisel. Hitting-wise, Chadron State hit 343 as a team in that set. You're going to win a lot of sets in volleyball if you can hit 343. For the Mountain Lions, their offense led by the 4 kills of Hannah Ammerman. She was 4 of 10 with an air, so hitting 300, while Lauren Brand was a perfect 3 of 3 as the Mountain Lions hit 229 in set number one. Now, you'll probably win a lot of sets hitting 229. Unfortunately, for UCCS, their opponent hit a really good number. You don't see 343 too often throughout an entire set for a team. Defensively, UCCS with 3 team blocks, the Eagles with 2. Annabelle Kagan has been big at the net for UCCS as she had 3 block assists in that first set, while Ammerman had 2. And we mentioned Chadron State, they had a couple of block assists for theirs. Dig-wise, Ashton Burdett, the number 5 defensive player in the entire NCAA with her 6.2 digs per set, did have 3 digs in that first round. So Chadron with the first serve, and it'll go long, and they'll start this one off with a service error, and UCCS will try to take advantage as Kagan will send it over. Oh, Shockley got under it, but no one could get the second touch as Scouten puts down another one. Schaefer, who had the only service ace of the first set, sends that one wide, and so 2 service attempts for the Eagles. Both of them have resulted in service errors. Big block from Chadron, the combination of Keisel and Scouten. So Burdett back behind the line, senior libero for the Eagles. The joust of the net, pushed back over onto Chadron's side. Off the block and out of bounds. That's Greiman. Quick set in the middle is sent back, and they're going to get a net violation on number 7, Chandler Hagman. So the point will go to UCCS. Taylor Smith now to serve for the home team as we're tied at 3 here in set number 2. Smith clips the tape, but Hagman was able to find the corner. Nice job by Chadron to keep their composure as Smith's serve clipped the tape, and those can be so difficult. Katie Taney. The roll shot off the block. Tough back set off the antenna, on point to Chadron State. And now there's a warning being given to Chadron State. And we're going to get a challenge from Chadron State. She brings out the green card. You see her right here. Each coach is given 3 challenges throughout the course of the match. So the second official will get an opportunity to look at everything. Well, and that challenge didn't take very long as the second official's already made up his mind. So he is. So we take a look here. Here's a replay. They're going to say was a net violation somewhere. And the call is reversed, so the point will go to Chadron. They just got to make sure that everybody's in the right rotation. And second official said he's ready to go, and so does the first official. So Chadron with a 5-3 lead after that point is turned around. And good quick offense in the middle. That is Lauren Brown. Brown continues her good match. She has 4 kills on 5 attempts, hitting 80%. Hegman floated that one just over the head of the Mountain Lion defense and into the corner. And Hegman is 4 for 4. Shockley tipped into the back corner, but Noble comes up with the dig. To the outside, pushed into the corner, but Kinsey comes up with it for the Mountain Lions to the outside. Good dig by Burdett. Oh, good offense from UCCS as Shockley gets that one to fall. Raylan Edge is back in with the deep serve. Hegman just tosses it over. Ammerman blocked. Shockley, and she gets that one down. Lauren Shockley has the last 2 points for UCCS. Mountain Lions with an opportunity to take the lead. Good pick up in the back row. Shockley again. Good rally from both sides. And Kagan, who comes up with the kill, and the Mountain Lions have the lead at 7-6. For Kagan, that's her 3rd kill of this match. Edge continuing to serve. Blocked by the Mountain Lions. The attack on 2 was read nicely by Shockley, and she couldn't quite control it as the setter for Chadron went over a shot early. That was Strickbine, who will get credit for the kill. Big block by UCCS. Again, Strickbine going over on 2. Mountain Lions read it this time, though, and then Ammerman puts it down. Shockley will try and add to this 1-point Mountain Lion advantage. That one was left short. They may give credit to the block, but I think it went off the tape. Either way, it's a point for the home team, and they've got a 2-point advantage. Shockley, a good serve, has Chadron out of sorts a bit, and a free ball to UCCS. Off the block and out of bounds. The big swing from Grace Nelson. That one's left short by Nelson. She tried to go over the block with the tip, but left it short into the net. And Strickbine will serve now for Chadron. Ammerman. Easy pickup in the back row for the Eagles. Down the line, the lefty scouting again. Scouting averages 2.5 kills per set. Good for second on the team. And she is averaging exactly that right now with 5 across the first 2 set. Block. Mountain Lions with another opportunity. Scouting again. Good pickup from the Mountain Lion defense. Grace Nelson tried to cut it across court and sent it wide. Nelson got 3 attempts in that offensive round, and UCCS is going to take a timeout, and we're going to do the same as we are tied at 10 here in the Gallagly Event Center. Don't go anywhere. We'll be right back. So that timeout was called by UCCS. They have 1 left here in the second set as we are tied at 10. The Eagles with an opportunity to take the lead, and they will. Scouting read the block perfectly and just tipped it over the fingertips of the Mountain Lion defense. Grace Nelson rising up above the defense and putting that one down. Free ball to the Mountain Lions. Lauren Brown. And UCCS is back on top by a score of 12-11. Brown is rejected this time around. She'll get another opportunity. Nope, it's Ammerman. Oh, off the fingertips of the UCCS block and down in the corner. Ammerman sets it up to the outside. That one's left short by Hannah into the net. And Chadron State has retaken the lead at 13-12. Abby Schaefer with the serve. A good one. Good scramble from the home team just to keep it alive. Free ball to the Eagles. Ammerman again. Picked up. Scouten. Tried to go down the line, and a good eye there from Shockley to let it go out of play. Attell and Burkhart check back in for UCCS. Nice pickup in the back row from Shockley. And off the antenna by the Mountain Lions, Burkhart results in a points for Chadron. Hagman back in for Keisel in the front row for Chadron. Burdett with the tough serve, but the Mountain Lions do keep it alive. Free ball to the Eagles. Hagman, good pickup from Shockley. Options, but the attack on two. Hagman again off the net. She got a little bit of help. The block was there for UCCS, but it went off the tape and bounced around the hands and eventually found the floor as Chadron State now has a 2-point lead. Burdett with a one-handed stab, and you can see why she leads the conference in the dig statistic. She came up with a good one there. Tipped over, though. Good hands by Grace Nelson to just push it back down. Defense tried to save it, but Scouten off the fingertips, and she is brought out for the serving hand of Taney. See Katie there. Big wrap around her right hip. And then a good pickup by Taney. And touchdown to Easy Strickbine, the freshman. No problem with that one. And that'll force UCCS to take their second and final timeout of set number 2. We take a look at some of the statistics here in set number 2 for both teams. First for the hometown UCCS Mountain Lions. They have 10 kills on 37 attempts against 5 errors, hitting 135 in this set. Couple of team blocks overall. And for Chadron State, 12 kills on 37 attempts and just 2 errors. So the Eagles hitting 270 in this set, hitting 306 for the match, and they have 1 team block in this set overall. Individual leaders for UCCS, Ammerman continues to lead the offense, her 6 kills. She's hitting 238. Lauren Brown, though, is hitting 833. 5 kills, 6 attempts, no errors for the senior. On the other side, it's Scouten with 9 kills on 15 attempts. She's hitting 533. While Hagman, 5 kills on 7 attempts, hitting 714. No errors for Chandler Hagman of Chadron State as Taney continue to serve for the Eagles. Couple of substitutions for UCCS. Checking in are Ammerman and Brown. Second official asking for time as he's talking to the table here. giving UCCS how many substitutions they have left here in this set. It looked like he put up 2, which means they can only make 2 more subs throughout the course of this set. Good pickup there from Burdett. And then off the hands of Ammerman and out of play. Lauren Brown tried to push it into the corner and pushed it too far. For Brown, that's her first hitting error of the match. Well, that serve almost hit the back head as Hagman, number 7, gets a big smile as that one went whizzing by her ear. So let's see if the Mountain Lions can cut into this 4-point deficit. Hagman is blocked. The attack on 2 by Edge works out nicely. Raylyn Edge. Her first kill of the match to go along with 11 assists and 7 digs. So Raylyn working on a double-double here in set number 2. That one's left short by Hagman, and UCCS has won the last 2 points and now find themselves down just 2. Take a look there. Jordan Kinsey, the sophomore libero for UCCS. 17 aces on the year for Kinsey. The short floater is picked up nicely by the Eagles. And left short. And Chadron will call a timeout. Their first of set number 2 as the Mountain Lions have crawled to within 1. We're going to do the same. We'll be back with the conclusion of set number 2 in just a minute. So UCCS is within 1 here in set number 2 after they were down 4 earlier. And it's been thanks in large part to the serving of Jordan Kinsey, whose tough serves have gotten Chadron State out of rotation just a bit. Another good serve. And a good roll shot there on the outside by number 6, Greiman. As Noble and Hernandez check back in for Chadron State. And a big swing by Shockley. Goes off the defense and out of bounds. And UCCS stays within striking distance, down just 1. Good tough serve off the tape. Hagman in the middle, but good pickup in the back row by Kinsey. Shockley can't put it down. And Scouten. Excuse me, that was Hernandez who sent it long. We are tied at 20. Tough serve. Strickbine has to run it down, and a free ball to UCCS. Can they take advantage? Off the block, and they do. Shockley with that kill in Lauren. Now with 6 kills in this match, including that one to give the Mountain Lions a 1-point lead here late in set number 2. And that'll be an ace for Raylyn Edge. Edge with the ace there, and UCCS has a 2-point lead. Mount Lions have really picked it up after finding themselves down by 4 earlier in the set. They have run off. They have run off 8 of the last 9 points and now find themselves back up by 2 late here in set number 2. Edge will continue to serve. Both teams now out of timeouts. Edge might have been saved. Most of the Chadron players were calling that one out. Let's see if the Mountain Lions can take advantage of the gift. Shockley. Tipped over, but UCCS reads it nicely. Ammerman. Hernandez. Shockley off the block and to the floor. And the Mountain Lions are up by 3 at 23-20. And the ace from Raylyn Edge gives UCCS a set point, up 24-20. Edge, her second service ace in this sequence, and now Chadron State will make a substitution in the back row, bringing in number 6, Greiman. Edge with an opportunity to close it out for the Mountain Lions. Hagman will keep it alive for at least one more point. And now Chandler will go back and serve for the visitors. Ammerman can't put it down. She'll get another opportunity. Overpass to UCCS. In the middle, good pickup by Chadron. And it goes wide, though. Good effort, but it's the Mountain Lions who come away with the victory in set number 2, winning it 25-21 to even this matchup at 1 set apiece. We're going to take a quick break. When we come back, we will have the start of set number 3 as we are tied at 1-1 here in the Gallagher Event Center. So UCCS put it all together there in set number 2 and were able to come away with the 25-21 victory to even up this match at 1 set apiece. Team totals there in the second set. The Mountain Lions hit 184, while the Eagles hit 204, so much closer in the hitting percentage side. Both teams with 15 kills and 49 attempts, so talk about even. It doesn't get a whole lot closer than that. Overall individual statistics, Shelby Scouten, number 5 for Chadron, leads the match with 9 kills, while Lauren Shockley for UCCS has 8. Shockley hitting 353, while Lauren Brown hitting 571 for the home team. Raylyn Edge working on a double-double. She has 13 assists and 8 digs. While Chadron has 3 players hitting over 40%. Chandler Hagman, Tori Strickbine, and Scouten. Let's see if the Mountain Lions can come up with a way to at least slow down one of them. So that would go a long ways in making the offense much more one-dimensional for the Eagles, who right now have pretty much had their way, but it was the serving of Raylyn Edge there at the end of the second set that turned things around as she served in a couple of aces and ran off the last handful of points to even this match at 1 set each. So now UCCS back on the left side of your screen. Ammerman's tip is picked up by the Eagles. Scouten somehow finds the floor as a couple of Mountain Lions went diving after it, but no one got a hand on it. So Chadron, after a long rally, takes that first point. Good save by Edge just to keep it on the home team side. And another pickup by Edge there. She's now 1 dig away from a double-double. And Keisel went where the defense wasn't as libero for UCCS, Kinsey, started to fade a little to the left. And Keisel tipped it back into the right corner. Nicely done as Edge got it outside to Grace Nelson. Nelson had a little bit of a quiet second set. She hit 0. That serve by Kagan is sent into the net for service error. Big hammer by Nelson, and that's a good sign for the Mountain Lions as they get it out to their top hitter on 2 straight plays, and Nelson is good on both swings. Nelson again, but Burdick comes up with the dig. Oh, and Ammerman got her hands on that as it was Scouten again. And Scouten is now in double digits for kills, the first player in the match to reach double digits. The little curl play was just a little bit mistimed as Brown couldn't quite put it down, but a great pickup by Kinsey, and then Brown the tip. That one goes out of bounds. No touch called by the line judge, and I think we're going to have a challenge here. We are, as Chadron State is going to challenge whether there was a touch by UCCS along the far sideline off that kill. The players instantly calling for the touch, but neither the up official or the line judge on that side made the call. So we have our second challenge of this match, both coming from Chadron State's head coach, Jennifer Stadler. She won her first one in the last set. As you see, the second referee Sean Yasutaki looking at the monitors. He will get a complete rundown of all the replays we have here at the Gallagly Event Center. Chadron State currently holding on to a 1-point lead. So you take a look at the Chadron State players on the court. So they're looking for a touch along the far sideline. And the UCCS players nice and loose after they came away with a victory in set number 2. As we take a look at the replay here, that was the good pickup by Kinsey. If we stick with it, that one right there. We can get another shot of that replay, slow down a little bit and see if we can see a touch or not. Because the second official is giving it a long look down here. And he has come to his decision. And he will say it is out of bounds. No touch by UCCS. So that challenge brought on by Chadron State. So that goes down as a loss in the challenge column. And Chadron State is down to just one challenge for the remainder of this match. So call stands. So UCCS within 1. Oh, Hagman put just enough power behind that to get it to crawl over the tape and to the floor. Noble and Hernandez check back in for Chadron State. Shockley down the line and out of play. Tough serve from the Eagles. Good pickup by Noble. Hernandez blocked, but it goes out of bounds. Hernandez again, that one too high. Oh, they're going to say it went off the fingertips of the block of UCCS. As Noble continues to serve for the Eagles. Tough line drive, but a good pickup by Ammerman on the first one. Brown's shot is dug up. Hernandez, tight on the net, Edge goes over on 2. Chadron returns the favor, and Edge does it again. This time to the outside. Shockley off the fingertips. Setters tried to get into the offense that time as we had 3 straight attack on 2s. But it's eventually Lauren Shockley who puts it down to bring the Mountain Lions back to within 4, and Kinsey to serve. The block by the Mountain Lions, the combination of Edge and Kagan. And the service ace off the hand of Jordan Kinsey. Kinsey, her first ace of the match, the third for the Mountain Lions. Oh, great pickup by Ammerman. She'll get another opportunity. No, this time it's Kinsey who can't get her hand under it. Hagman back to serve for Chadron. Shockley off the block and to the floor. And Lauren Shockley with her 10th kill of the match. That's a team high for the Mountain Lions. Edge's serve is sent just long. And a service error for UCCS, just their third of the match. So Edge has her double-double with her 17 assists and 10 digs. Go along with a couple of aces as well. And the block, Ammerman and Kagan. Good pickup by Kinsley. Kagan, a little bit of a low set, but Belle Kagan did what she could with it, and a big smile on Kagan's face as that set by Edge was pretty low, but Belle bailed her teammate out. Good dive. Shockley hit the floor pretty hard going after that one, but she came up with the dig. Couldn't save the point overall for UCCS, but a good effort from Lauren Shockley. As Schaefer is back into serve. Burnett, no problem with that pickup. Kinsley returns the favor. Grace Nelson, the senior, laying it down. Hagen Morozes checks in for the first time and serves for the Mountain Lions. And Timmy Keisel found a gap in the back row. Morozes did her job and is instantly subbed out for the libero Kinsey. As the other libero, Ashton Burdett, will now serve for the Eagles. And they're going to get an attack over the net. Chadron State head coach is wanting an explanation on the call. They called a back row attack. Now, I think they're saying that the Chadron player reached over the net, so they're saying the ball was completely on UCCS's side. Chadron State reached over, and you're not allowed to do that if it's not on your attacking side. The second the ball crosses any sort of plane of the net, you can go after it. But I think that's the explanation that the Chadron State head coach is receiving right now, is the ball hadn't cleared any portion of the net, and I do not believe that is a challengeable call. Regardless, there will be no challenge from Chadron, and UCCS is within one. Hagman found the back corner, pushed the Eagle advantage back out to 2. Taney back in. Take a look at Katie there. Edge tried to send it over. They're going to get a net violation on Ray Lynn for good measure. But the Chadron State defense read that one perfectly and was able to push it back down. Good serve, but an even better pickup by Ammerman. Hannah with another good dig. Quick in the middle, Lauren Brown, bird it, can't keep it alive. And the quick offense right up the middle there. Lauren Brown puts it down. Smith checked in and will now serve for UCCS. Take a look at Taylor. Hagman is rejected, but it goes out of bounds. Brown sent that one long into the drum pits back there. Chadron has pushed their lead back out to 4 at 16-12. Lauren Shockley, she was nowhere near the net but was able to put some topspin on it, and it just died as it went over for another point. Now Kinsey will try and cut into this 3-point UCCS deficit. Her serve hits the line. Chadron let that one go because they thought it was going out of bounds, but it lands in, so the service ace for Jordan Kinsey. Her 18th ace of the season. Goes to the same spot. Not the exact same result, but it's a free ball to UCCS. Shockley and the Mountain Lions have won 3 straight points and are back within 1. Off the tape and the block. Free ball to UCCS. Edge the attack on 2, and we're tied at 16. And Chadron State is going to take a timeout as they seen their 4-point lead evaporate. And UCCS has tied it up at 16 apiece. We're going to take a quick break as well. We'll be back with more Set 3 in just a minute. So UCCS has run off 4 straight points and are now tied at 16 apiece, thanks in large part to the serving of Jordan Kinsey, who likes it down that far sideline. The Mountain Lions with an opportunity to take the lead, but Edge's attack on 2 is sent back by Hernandez. As I think Ray Lynn tried to go to the well one too many times, and Hernandez read it the entire way and was there. Good job just to keep that one alive by Ray Lynn. Hernandez now with a swing. Good pickup by Ammerman. Hannah comes up with another good dig. Shockley just pushed it into the far corner. Hernandez again. Shockley. Hernandez with another swing. That's 4 in a row for her on the outside. Shockley this time found enough space in the defense to put it down. Good rally there from both sides. And this time it's the UCCS defense who comes up big, reading the attack on 2 from Strickbine. And Kagan and Shockley were there to push it back on the Eagles side, and UCCS now has a 1-point lead. That one's left short. Yeah, I think they're going to get a 4. I don't think that one ever made it over the net. So they're going to get a 4 contact on Chadron State. So the point goes to UCCS. No challenge from the Eagles, who only have 1 challenge left. Ammerman is rejected. Will she get another chance? No, they'll go the other side. Shockley. Quick in the middle. Eagles scrambling. They get it over, though. Edge. Shockley. Straight down, Lauren Shockley. Edge, who served out the second set, serving for the Mountain Lions, and they can't keep that one alive, so Chadron pulls back to within 2. Ammerman went down the line, read the defense, found a gap between the hands and the antenna. And now UCCS 4 points from taking set number 3. And Lauren Shockley will get things started. Good serve from Lauren. Good pickup by Kinsey. The Eagles can't run it down off the hands of Grace Nelson. Nelson with her 9th kill of the match. And Chadron State calls their second and final timeout here in set number 3, as UCCS has built a 4-point lead at 22-18 here in set 3. And they've done it behind their offense, hitting .263 in this set, just 3 errors for the Mountain Lions. Hitting .282 for this set against just 3 errors. Good numbers for UCCS. Individually, Lauren Shockley with a match-high 14 kills for the Mountain Lions, while Grace Nelson has 9, Ammerman with 7, Brown with 6. On the other side for Chadron State, Scouten with 12, although she's been very quiet here in set number 3. Hagman with 9, and Strickbine with 6 to go along with her 36 assists and 5 digs. So this match keeps going. Strickbine has a legit shot at possibly getting a triple-double, which is almost unheard of in volleyball. Overall, as a team, UCCS hitting .228 in the match, Chadron State hitting .222, but Chadron hit .343 in the first set and have slowly declined over the last 2 sets, hitting just .143 here in set number 3. Edge, as that one came off the net and just changed directions a little bit, and Ray Lynn did a good job to get her hands on it, but couldn't keep it in the field of play. That set too close to the net, and UCCS takes advantage as Grace Nelson puts it down. See the big smile on Grace's face right there. And the Mountain Lions now just 2 points from taking set number 3. Block is big. Free ball to the Mountain Lions. Lauren Brown, great defense though from Chadron. Oh, and then a good placement there from Greiman just to find enough space. Burdett checking back in for Chadron. We'll go back and serve. It was Kinsey, the other libero, who checked in for UCCS. Ammerman off the block and out of reach of the back row defense, and the Mount Lions have set point. Ammerman with an opportunity to close this one out. Went towards the sideline. Good job just to keep it alive. Free ball to the Eagles. Hagman in the middle. And Chandler keeps the set alive for at least one more point. And Nelson ends it as UCCS takes set number 3 by a score of 25-21. And they now have a 2-1 lead over Chadron State in this Rocky Mountain Athletic Conference volleyball showdown. We're going to take a quick break. When we come back, we will have the start of set 4 for you as UCCS is up 2-1. So UCCS has figured it out as they've taken the last 2 sets by a score of 25-21 and now have a 2-1 lead over visiting Chadron State. As we take a look at the third set box score, and it's really no surprise. UCCS hit 318 in that set, while Chadron State hit 188. That's a huge difference of 130 points, and you'll win a lot of sets when you out-hit your opponent by that many points. Everything else, almost identical match for both teams. Couple of big numbers in that one. Both Grace Nelson and Lauren Shockley had 6 kills for UCCS, and Shockley has herself a double-double with 14 kills and 14 digs throughout the course of the match. On the other side, it's Schouten with a team-high 12 kills for Chadron State. As you take the look there at Lauren, who's putting together a very nice match for UCCS. Certainly the star. You see her getting ready for the dig. So Chadron State will start things off here in set number 4, as the Mountain Lions will look to close it out. Burdett comes up with a nice dig. Kinsey returns the favor. Grace is picked up by Burdett again. Oh, and that one found the back line as Kinsey watched it. She thought it was going to go long. It did not, so Chadron comes up with point number 1. And a big swing from Grace Nelson. Nelson, that is kill number 12 in this match. Grace had a really nice third set with 6 kills on 8 attempts. And she starts 1 for 1 here in set number 2 as that one's tipped over by Schouten. Noble. Now back to serve, is needed to make sure that the substitution rotation was correct as Kinsey came in. And Lauren Brown on that nice little curl play to perfection off the set from edge. Ammerman with a tough serve. Burdett kept it alive. The Eagles, though, with an easy one over to UCCS. Now Nelson. Burdett, another dig. Hernandez. And a net violation on UCCS. They're going to give that to number 3, Lauren Brown, so the point goes to the Eagles. Nelson with the tip. Burdett with the setup to Hernandez. Shockley, no problem with that. And rejected, Brown and Nelson. And UCCS has had a huge advantage in the block category. They have 10 team blocks against 4 for Chadron. The overpass, and they're going to get a back. Oh, no, excuse me. They're going to get an attack over the net by UCCS. They're going to say Lauren Brown reached too far over on that one. The ball hadn't crossed the plane yet, so the point goes to the Eagles. Shockley, the big swing. And Lauren, 15 kills now, a match-high number for her. Hagman in the middle. Good pickup by the Mountain Lions. Shockley tipped it, but better defense from Chadron. Free ball to UCCS. Edge. Shockley blocked. Shockley again. Sent this one too far. Schaefer with a tough serve, but Edge just pushes it down. Chadron thought that Edge was a back row setter, and she was actually in the front row, so Ray Lynn was able to go up with it and push it down. The Chadron State head coach talking to her bench. Got to pay attention to where the setter is in the rotation. Oh, Kinsey, good pickup in the back row, punched over, and they are going to get a double contact on UCCS. Chadron with a 1-point lead, and Chandler Hagman with the serve. Oh, and Shockley backed away from it. I think she thought that Kinsey was farther behind her, but Kinsey was sent on the other side of the court, so the ace for Hagman. Gonna go back to the same spot, and Kinsey's there. Ammerman, and a net violation on Chadron. Yeah, that was Keisel. Oh, block was there for the Mountain Lions, but it goes out of bounds. So Chadron, as Greiman gets that kill, her 8th of the match. And Keisel found that just inside the sideline. And the service ace for the Eagles. Tori Strickbine, the freshman. And UCCS calls a timeout, their first of set number 4. Chadron State has pushed their lead out to 4 at 10-6. Early on, the Eagles hitting .417 here in set number 4, while UCCS hitting .188 as the Mountain Lions lean in, listening to head coach Chrissy Elder, who earlier last week actually earned her 100th career victory as a head coach. 93 of them have been here at UCCS, so congratulations to Elder on that occasion, as she would really like win 101, which would give her team the tiebreaker in the head-to-head matchup between Chadron State and would move them into 8th place, the 8th and final spot for the RMAC Volleyball Tournament, which starts in just a couple of weeks. This is the second to last home match of the year for UCCS, as they are on the road next week at Western State and at Colorado Mesa, and then return home November 15th to take on the Colorado School of Mines for the final home match of the year. But right now, worried about Chadron State. The Mountain Lions down by 4. Ammerman makes it 3. The good setup. And Ammerman had plenty of time one-on-one, and Hannah's going to win that fight more times than not. Hagen Morosis seeing action in her second straight set. She came in to serve in the last one as well. Edge was able to pop it up, but it ended up in the second row of stands. Carly Noble now serving. And Nelson, yeah, that one touched the floor as the top official makes that call. I think it skipped up on the hand of the Eagle defender. So Grace Nelson, credit for another kill. And the service ace for the Mountain Lions, Jordan Kinsey. Her third ace of the match. And the fifth overall for the Mountain Lions. Excuse me, that was Ammerman who had the ace. Nelson with the good redirect. The Eagles keep it alive somehow. Grace with another opportunity, and this time she puts it down. Checking in for the first time in this match is number 9, Amelia Berg. She replaces Keisel in the front row. That one found the sideline as Chadron holds on to the lead, up 12-10. And Burdett sends that one into the net. Service error. Hernandez left that one short for contact on Chadron State, and UCCS has tied it up at 12 apiece. Take a look there, Lauren Brown and Lauren Shockley having great matches between those two. And that serve, however, goes long for the Mountain Lions. Edge, all sorts of options. She goes to Brown again. Hernandez off the tape. Set up for Shockley. Burdick comes up with a nice dig. The attack on 2, Strickbine pushed it over nicely. Chadron pushes their lead back out to 2. Shockley. Burdett has been everywhere in this set. Shockley again. Burdett comes up with another great dig. And that one's hit long and out of play by Hernandez. Take a look at Raylyn Edge. Edge, 34 assists, doing a really nice job of spreading the ball around as 3 Mountain Lion players in double-digit kills. And Shockley now with a match high, 16 kills as she puts that one down. Kinsey tried to leave it short and left it too short. The service error gives Chadron a 1-point lead at 15-14. Schaefer with the serve. Free ball over to Chadron. Burdett tipped it over on 2. Shockley into the corner. Sent it wide. Hagman off balance, but it didn't matter. It results in another point for Chadron State. And UCCS is going to call a timeout as they find themselves down by 3, 17-14. We're going to take a quick break too. We'll be back with more. Set 4, Mountain Lions down by 3. So Chadron has built themselves a 3-point lead here in set number 4. It's 17-14, and they have the serve. Abby Schaefer. Doesn't get the ace, but she gets a free ball for her teammates. Hagman picked up by Ammerman and out of play. And Hagman gives the Eagles a 4-point advantage. Shockley. They're going to say that went off the block of Chadron State and out of bounds, so they're going to give the point to UCCS. But you see Chadron State head coach right there, Jennifer Stadler, talking to the second official. And now the top official is going to call everybody in to have a conversation. The first official tonight is Amber Ontiveros, up there on the stand talking to her team. So the call on the court was that it went off the block of Chadron State and out of bounds. So UCCS currently with the point. And now I have a feeling we may get a challenge from UCCS after they just lost that point. Chrissy Elder now talking to the second official, and we will get a challenge from Elder, her first of the match, as she's going to challenge what has now become the call that there was, in fact, no touch on the Chadron block. So the initial call by the officials was that it went off the block of Chadron State and out of bounds, but then they have a meeting and overturned that initial call, saying the ball never went over the net, so therefore it couldn't have been touched by Chadron. And so it was off the hands of UCCS and out of bounds. So now the second official will give it a look whether it was tipped off the net. And you can see the replay right there that the official is seeing. in that screen. So he has to decide if this went off the net and then off the fingertips. He's shaking his head. This may be a tough decision for him to make. So you see it hit the net there and then bounce slightly towards Chadron's side and then bounce back towards the Mountain Lions as we take a look here. Live speed, that's a tough one. It does look like maybe it took a slight bounce towards Chadron and kind of did a small C, and he may have to go with the call on the court. Yeah, not enough evidence is going to be what he's telling everybody. He couldn't make a decision, so he has to go with the call on the court, which means the point for Chadron, and the Eagles are now up by 5. So she can't challenge the same play again, but Chrissy Elder's done a good job of talking the second official into having a conversation, at the very least, with the first official. And meeting of the minds continues on the far side of the court as the referees talking about it once more. So to take you through this whole scenario once again, the first call was that it went off the Chadron block and out of bounds. Then the referees had a meeting, decided that it didn't go off the Chadron hands, therefore went out of bounds off of UCCS. Mountain Lions, of course, challenged. Second official took a look, told everyone that he couldn't make a decision based on the video that he had, and now they're talking about it again. So at this point, both teams just waiting for the officials to make a decision for real. Take a look inside the Eagle huddle there, the 6 players on the court for Chadron. All right, let's see what the official call is. So now the second official is going to go back over and talk to Elder. And the smile on Chrissy's face tells me that she's going to listen to what he's saying, but it probably isn't going to sway her mind that she thought the original call was correct. And now the second official goes back over to the other side of the court. Take a look there at Chrissy Elder, who's now telling Jordan Kinsey to get in on that conversation. And now Jennifer Stadler is getting an explanation from the second official right here in front of us. And something tells me Stadler isn't going to be happy either. So we take a look at the replay again. So the corner officials raise their flags like it hit the antenna. Here we go, slow-mo. Great work by the crew here at UCCS. I mean, that looks like it went off the outside hand of number 8. Strickbine on that angle right there. Great work by our camera crew here in the Gallagher Event Center. to give us that last look from court level. Looked like it went off the hands of number 8, Tori Strickbine. So now the second official looks like he's going to the rule book. To make sure that he has done everything correctly. So there is a look there at the second official flipping through the rule book. So this challenge continues. And he doesn't seem satisfied with what he read, so and now the explanation again is being given to Chrissy Elder, who is pleading her case. Still pleading her case. Something tells me, though, she's probably not going to win this, just based on the fact they've already done the official review. They went with Chadron State getting the point. It's got to be tough for the players on the court, too. Now been standing around for close to 10 minutes. And it seems like everything has been sorted out. And we're going with the call on the court, which was a point for Chadron State, who now has a 5-point lead at 19-14. Big pickup by the Eagles. Oh, and UCCS, tough time controlling that one, but good job to get it back over. The overpass, Joust, picked up by Burdett. And the Eagles take advantage as Scouten puts that one down. And the service error by Chadron State, but they have a 5-point lead as the serving of Abby Schaefer went a long way. Schaefer did a great job there to increase her team's lead. Now Raylan Edge with a deep serve. The pass to Hagman is behind her. Mountain Lions can't take advantage as Burdick continues to be a vacuum, hoovering everything up. And the roll shot from Greiman. And Chadron State is now 4 points away from even in this match. Oh, yeah. Oh, they're going to call a back row attack on UCCS. That ball didn't look like it had gotten anywhere close to the net. But the setter and the front row attack can't touch it at the same time. It automatically goes to the front row attacking player. So setter's not allowed to, quote, attack. Ammerman, good scramble from Chadron. Ammerman again. Shockley. The tip by Shockley. Lauren now with a match high 17 kills to go with her 17 digs. Six off the block, Greiman again, and Chadron State is now 2 points away from taking set number 4. Strickbine with the serve. Ammerman off the block, out of bounds, point Mountain Lions. Morosis, take a look there at Hagen, the junior. Only played in 5 sets this season, but has played in the last 2 sets now for UCCS. Ammerman, good defense from Chadron just to keep it alive. Lauren Brown in the middle for another point, and the Mountain Lions doing everything they can to extend this set. They don't have to do it all at once, but they're going to need at least another 2 or 3 points, as the next opportunity for Chadron will be set point. Oh, off the block. The timing on the jump was just a little bit off, and Amelia Berg took advantage for Chadron, and now the Eagles have set point. UCCS is going to need 6 straight if they want to extend this one. Eagles with an opportunity to end it. Off the antenna. Point Mountain Lions. And the block by Brown and Edge. And now Chadron State is going to take a timeout as they want to stop this UCCS run in its tracks. Chadron still with set point as they're up 24-20. And they came out firing after that challenge, which took about 10 minutes to eventually come to a conclusion. Here in the 4th set, Chadron State hitting 270 as a team. UCCS hitting 195. The Mountain Lions still with a pretty good advantage in total blocks with 12 to just 5 for the Eagles. UCCS has actually had 3 blocks in each of the 4 sets, so they've done a really good job at the net. Lauren Shockley, talked about her all night, 17 kills, 17 assists for her, 14 kills for Grace Nelson. Ammerman with a double-double with 11 kills, 10 digs. Raylan Edge also with a double-double, 38 assists and 11 digs. 76 digs for UCCS, 81 for Chadron State. So the Eagles right on their average of just over 20 per set, which, as we mentioned, good for 2nd in the entire country. Mountain Lions with an opportunity to get another one here. Nelson. The attack on 2 works out for the Eagles, who take set number 4 by a score of 25-20. And we are now tied at 2 sets apiece. We're going to take a quick break. When we come back, it's a race to 15 for this RMAC volleyball match. Don't go anywhere. We'll be back in a few minutes. So we head to a fifth and decisive set here in the Gallagher Event Center. Chadron State took set 1, 25-19. Then the Mountain Lions took sets 2 and 3 by identical scores of 25-21. And then Chadron just took set 4, 25-20, to send us into this fifth set tiebreaker. We also have to give a shout out to the UCCS women's soccer team, who last night captured their first ever regular season RMAC title. They are the #1 ranked team in the country, and they are the #1 seed for the RMAC tournament, which starts November 8th with the quarterfinals. UCCS, of course, will host that, and as long as they continue to win, they will continue to host that one. Their last regular season game is tomorrow at 11 a.m. at the Mountain Lions soccer field. They will host Regis, looking to finish the regular season unbeaten for the first time in school history. Of course, 2 years ago, UCCS went to the NCAA Final Four, and this year achieved the #1 ranking in the country for the first time in school history. So congratulations to the Mountain Lion women's soccer team on their incredible season and their first ever regular season RMAC title. They will go for their second ever tournament title beginning on November 8th with the quarterfinals. All right, back here, volleyball. The ladies of UCCS looking to pull off a fifth set victory. Ammerman gets it started off on the right foot. And Chadron ties it up in the middle. Timmy Keisel. And the service error by Chadron. Morosis back in to serve. Nelson off the block, and it landed on the Mountain Lion side. Point Chadron. Oh, and a great pickup by Lauren Shockley, who will get credit for both a dig and a kill on that play as it tipped off the net and fell onto the Eagle side. And the ace from Ammerman, her second of the match, and UCCS has a 4-2 lead. Again, set 5, a race to 15. Ammerman, another tough serve. And now Hannah from the back row. And she's going to get credit for the kill. Take a look there at Hannah, who's got 11 kills and 11 digs to go along with a couple of aces. And that one finds the corner. Oh, and that one went outside around the antenna off the hands of Lauren Brown, so point to Chadron. Oh, rising up and laying it down. Grace Nelson. So Taylor Smith. Remember, we switched sides at 8. UCCS up 6-4. That one off the net, out of bounds. No touch, point UCCS. So both coaches get an extra challenge here in this set, although UCCS still has quite a few. And the serve off the top of the net. Smith gets a free ball for the Mountain Lions. Shockley. Edge, back set, Brown, picked up by Burdett. Overpass, Chadron, but they give it right back to UCCS. Shockley again, big swing, better dig. Shockley, the tip this time works out, and we will head to the changeover. UCCS up 8-4 here in set number 5. Both teams doing a great job on defense. You take a look there at Lauren Shockley, who is having herself a night. And Chadron State calls a timeout as UCCS heads into the changeover with a 4-point advantage. Big time credit goes to UCCS because Chadron came out in that first set and hit an absolutely blistering 343, and the Mountain Lions did a great job of keeping their composure, picking off the next 2 sets, and now here in set number 5, UCCS off to a hot start, hitting 250, while Chadron hitting just 71%. See Lauren Shockley there being talked to by one of the assistant coaches for the Mountain Lions. Shockley, 19 kills and 19 digs. And credit goes to both liberos, too. Burdett for Chadron State with 25 digs. Kinsey for UCCS with 27. I mean, those are crazy numbers. I know it's been a 5-set match, but still. Really good numbers, good defensive numbers from both sides. There's another one for Kinsey. Ammerman tipped it up, but the block was there for Chadron, and it's sent back. And off the back row and out of play, Shockley with kill, number 20. Chadron kept it alive, even though back row players yelled for it to go out, and the Eagles take advantage. Edge went over on 2. And the favor was returned by Strickbine. And that one goes long. They will call a touch on the front row. So Shockley with the kill. And it fell on the side of Chadron State. The Eagles, I think, got a little lucky there. But they'll take it as UCCS still holds on to a 2-point lead. Strickbine will serve. The overpass, and Chadron puts it down on the outside. Greiman. So UCCS built a pretty good sized lead, but Chadron has slowly chipped away, and the Mountain Lions now hold on to a 1-point lead at 10-9 here in set number 5. This is the 5th five-setter of the year for UCCS. The Mountain Lions so far are 2-2, including a 5-set win over Colorado Christian last week, which was head coach Chrissy Elder's 100th career victory as a head coach. This is the 8th 5-set match of the year for Chadron State, and they are 6-1 in their previous 7. So the Eagles, with all sorts of experience in a 5-set match, and they've been able to pull out almost every single one of them. But Ammerman doing her best to end that storyline as Hannah gives the Mountain Lions an 11-9 advantage. And the service ace for Shockley and UCCS. Now with a 3-point lead, and Chadron is going to take their second and final timeout here in set number 5 as UCCS has a 3-point lead. Remember, again, a race to 15. So the Mountain Lions with an ever important 3-point advantage here in set number 5 as they look to end the weekend on a high note. And Lauren Shockley will continue to serve. She picked up a service ace the last time she let it fly. UCCS with 6 aces. The block is there. Ammerman reached back to try and keep it alive and couldn't, so the kill will be recorded on Riley Greiman's stat line. And Greiman now with 14 kills in this match. One of 4 Eagles in double digits in that category. And that serve goes long, and now the Mountain Lions are 2 points away from taking the 5th and decisive set. As Morosis comes in to serve. She's done a great job the last couple of times that she's come in. And I may have just jinxed her. She sent that one into the net for the service error. And Grace is rejected. The big block put up by Schouten and Hagman. Chadron State College is to within 1 at 13-12. Burdett got under that one. Good save by the Eagles as they come flying in, but UCCS with a match point of 14-12. And Hannah Ammerman will have an opportunity to serve out this match for UCCS. And the second official is talking to the scores table to make sure that the rotation is correct, and it actually is Ammerman's serve. And it appears to be Hannah with an opportunity to end it. Hageman says not yet as she puts it down, and Chadron State is still alive. Chadron's going to make a couple of defensive substitutions so they bring in some height with Amelia Berg in the front row replacing the freshman setter Tori Strickbine. As UCCS, though, 1 point away from the match. And there it is! Lauren Brown puts down the game winner as UCCS takes set 5 by a score of 15-13, and they take the match 3-2. So UCCS pulls off the victory after losing the first set. They put together really nice hitting numbers in sets 3 and 5, which helped them, of course, to this overall victory as they win this one 3-2. We take a look at some of the highlights from the course of this match. As UCCS hits 237 as a team, Chadron State 255 overall throughout the course of this match. And here's some highlights from the course. There was a great save from Lauren Shockley that ended up in a point. Grace Nelson, who put together a really nice match with 16 kills, comes up with one there, but Lauren Shockley really the story. 21 kills, 19 digs for her. Shockley, the sophomore, as UCCS pulls off the 3-2 victory, improving to 10-13 on the year, 8-7 in our MAC conference play, and 5-7 here inside the Gallagly Event Center, ending a 2-match losing streak tonight with that 3-2 victory over Chadron State. The Eagles fall to 13-9 overall, 7-7 overall in our MAC play, and they are 4-5 away from Chadron, Nebraska. Big numbers all the way around. You would expect that in a 5-setter, but kudos goes out to the double-double ladies for the Mountain Lions. Lauren Shockley, Raylan Edge, Hannah Ammerman, all with double-doubles this evening for UCCS, who pulls off the victory. For our entire crew here at UCCS, I'm Jason Carter. Thank you so much for sticking with us. The Mountain Lions pull off a 5-set victory this evening. Have a great night.